I'm Stefan Lombard with Hagerty Classic Cars. Today I'm at the Lingenfelter collection in Brighton, Michigan with this beautiful 1969 Chevrolet Chevelle. And today we're going to talk about what you should look for on these Chevelles when you're in the market to buy one. Chevrolet introduced the Chevelle in 1964, and it was redesigned in 1968. It's got a fastback roofline, a muscular shape, and it was designed to appeal to the youth market, who were interested in smaller, sportier cars. And it was also designed to keep Chevrolet in the game with the Pontiac GTO. Chevrolet offered the Chevelle in several different body styles. There was a wagon, a convertible, a four-door sedan, a four-door hardtop sedan, a two-door post, and also this car, the two-door Sport Coupe. Power steering, power brakes, power locks, power windows. You could get a manual or an automatic, several different kinds even. Vinyl roofs, bucket seats, dual exhausts, all that stuff could be spec'd to your Chevelle. But the thing that set your Chevelle apart from the next guy's Chevelle was the engine. And the base engine in these was a 230 cubic inch inline six. And it's no surprise that only about 10% of buyers ordered one like that. Next up was the 307 V8. It was considered the base engine. But then you had three different 350s of varying horsepower. Then you had a 396 big block, and that's what came in the SS cars. And after 1969, it was bumped up to 402 cubic inches, but they just had branded it already 396, and they kept it that way. The 70s brought the LS5 and LS6 454, the big blocks, at 360 and 450 horsepower, respectively. And those are monster engines, and they produce incredible numbers at the track. Now, this particular car, while it looks like an ordinary Malibu with a vinyl roof and SS wheels, has something secret under the hood, and it's something that could be spec'd to just about any Chevelle if you knew who to ask. There it is. This particular Chevelle is outfitted with a 427 cubic inch big block engine, the L72. It's a 425 horsepower engine. It's a Copo car, central office production order. Chevrolet didn't offer this engine on any dealer sheet or order form, and only 323 were built, including those that were sold to Don Yanko for his cars. Other items that were either included or offered in the Copo packaging were a 3-core radiator, a heavy-duty rear axle with 410 gears, all of which were designed to handle the power that this engine was producing. Now, even though the 427 is a special engine, it's a Chevy V8, and so parts are available. They're easy to rebuild, they're easy to work on, they're easy to soup up, and so if you've got the mechanical skills, you can keep these motors in tune very easily. Where these cars did suffer problems, like most cars from Detroit in the 60s and 70s, is rust. So let's walk around and look at a few places where these cars are prone to rust. Vinyl roofs are notorious for trapping moisture, which leads to rust. So if the car you're looking at has a vinyl roof, ask the seller if there's ever been any repairs. Check the integrity of the metal underneath. Another place to look for on these cars is at the base of the rear window. Look for bubbling. Open up the trunk. Pull up the carpet if it's there. Check the integrity of the trunk pan. Look at the outside of these wheel arches. Look up underneath here. Finally, like many cars, check the integrity of the rocker panels. A lot of these Chevelles are fitted with a trim plate or a sill plate. If you can, ask the seller if you can remove that and check the integrity of that steel. Because Chevelles appealed to the youth market, and because so many were fitted with very large engines, they tended to live hard lives, a quarter mile at a time. That translates to abuse where you can't see it on the frame. It's very important to get these cars on a lift, particularly with someone who knows what they're looking for, a mark expert, who can inspect the frame and the control arms for signs of twisting or flexing or cracks. With Chevelles, particularly the special models, documentation is key. Window stickers, build sheets, invoice slips. If you can find a seller who has all that stuff, that goes a long way toward authenticating the car that you're buying. Beyond that, you can look at the VIN, trim tags, engine tags, and cross-check all that stuff for correct date codes to make sure that the engine that's in the car you're buying came from the factory in that car. So all this talking about this red Chevelle has got me wondering, what's it sound like? What's it drive like? So let's hop in and find out. Before I fire it up, let's just take a second to get a lay of the land. Lots of vinyl in this car, dash, seats. The interior is in great shape, but you'd want to look for rips on seams, dirt, stains, that sort of thing. You want to look for cracks in the dash. Beyond that, test all the controls. There's vent controls down here and here. You've got 120 mile an hour speedo here, a small tack here on the right, very minimal controls, very minimal dials. This car is made to cruise and go fast. So let's fire it up and see how it sounds. One of the first things you notice about a Chevelle, especially a big block car, is the idle. Just a lopey idle. It's unmistakable. You kind of feel it sync with your heartbeat. And I think that's why so many young people connected with these cars. And the second thing you notice, as soon as you put it in gear, is what you can do when you get it out of that idle. So make no mistake, this is a very fast car. But you definitely notice that the power is best applied in a straight line. One of the nice things about Chevelles, to match all the different engine options, there were transmission options. So you could spec it with a 3-speed manual, 3-speed automatic. The SS cars, the 396 cars, got a TH400 automatic. And then there were several 4-speed manuals, M20, M21, and the M22 Rock Crusher, depending on what you wanted from the car. Change the ratios. The Rock Crusher had more straight cut gears. It's a very heavy duty manual transmission. Any questions that you have about Chevelle history, engine options, packages, how to decode trim and body tags, there's a lot of information out there on the web at various clubs where you can find all those answers. People are happy to help you out and welcome you to the Chevelle fold. Places like Chevelle.com, the tech forums there are great. ACES, American Chevelle Enthusiast Society, and Classic Chevy International. You'll find tons of answers on the web at those places. But for anybody who's looking for a muscle car on an A-body platform and isn't quite interested in the GTO or the Skylark or the Cutlass, Chevelle is a great bet because there are plenty of them out there available. There's great support, and best of all, they go like stink.